Hi, I'm Faye, and welcome back to Figure It Out with Faye, where I try to figure out my life, and right now I'm focusing on finances. So in this video, I'm going to do my bi-weekly budget for my paycheck coming up in a couple of days. This is going to be my first paycheck in February. So my estimated amount, because I am salary, is $1,705. I do get a little bit of mileage stipend, but I'm not quite sure if those were approved and if they'll be included in this paycheck. So I'm gonna leave that blank and just work on what my paycheck should be. I am also still waiting on my PTO buyback. Again, I'm not sure if that's going to be in this check, and I believe I also put in for a waiver for my insurance since I am now on my husband's insurance. My company does give me a waiver for not taking theirs, so I tried contacting HR with my company to see if those payments are going to go through, but I wasn't able to get a hold of them. So here's hoping those come in soon. I did also just file my taxes 2 days ago, so I'm hoping to get that money soon as well, and all of that money is going to be going towards debt. So let's get into the budget. So upcoming for bills, I have my car, so General Motors. I am budgeting $495.16 for that. And I believe that's my only bill from this paycheck, because my phone comes out of paycheck number 2 for February. And then savings, I'm not going to put anything in right now, but expenses include gas, groceries, Diet Mentor, spending, eating out, and my buffer. Other savings that I was putting into, I'm not putting anything into clothing this week. And I did take out all of the money from my 52 envelope challenge, so I unstuffed all my other savings and used it to pay off more debt. So I will be doing maybe a monthly debt update towards the end of the month. But I do want to put in one for books, and that's going to get $10. Gas, I want to do $50. Groceries, I want to do $150. Diet Mentor is going to get $200. Spending is going to get, I believe, $20. Eating out, I want to give $30. Just because last week was my birthday, so this weekend I'm supposed to go out with my best friend for a birthday lunch. So I'm going to treat myself to one book and eating out for lunch. And my buffer, I want to give $22. Okay, and then debts for this week include Affirm. Looking at my list, so I canceled my Crunchyroll subscription because I watched everything that I wanted to watch, so that gets rid of $7.99 a month. I have my M&T credit. Then I also canceled my Kindle Unlimited, so that was $9.99 a month. Then I have PayPal. PayPal should be getting 80. Something's up with my PayPal account. It's saying that I paid $900 off on my account. However, I did not make a $900 payment, and it's reflecting that I only have like $10 available, which would reflect if I didn't make the $900 payment. Yet it's still saying that I have like $1,500 credit available, even though I don't. And I've been trying to call them and haven't been able to reach them. So another reason why I dislike Synchrony. And then I'm also having problems with my Etsy account. So I went to log in the other day, and it says that I'm permanently suspended. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense because I didn't do anything to get permanently suspended. So I contacted them through their appeal system, and they told me that there was a suspicious login on my account, so they suspended my account. So I'm sorry if you guys have been visiting the shop for the trackers that I posted last week, but I'm working on getting the account reinstated, and hopefully I hear back soon. I did send them another email seeing if they reviewed my appeal. So hopefully they can just reinstate my account and allow me to change my password or something, because it seemed a little extreme to just completely suspend my account if they thought someone was just trying to get into it. So that's a little unnerving. And then I got a Capital One. And then I have my Chase. So for Chase, I already paid $55 extra this month, but the minimum payment is $50, so I'm going to keep that minimum payment because this is the card I want to pay off first. Capital One, I am over the limit, so I'm going to pay, I believe, $149 on that. And then I'm going to put another $100 on here. Let me just calculate what I owe Affirm for this paycheck. That's going to be $281.09, I believe. Okay, so total income. My budget is $1,705. My total bills is $495.16. Total savings 10, which I know it's not a savings because I plan on spending it, but I like having, these types of expenses separate from these types of expenses. So 495.16 books, 10. Up here we've got D plus 150 plus 200, 20 plus 30 plus 20 equals 470, and then I'm just gonna round this one up, so 282, and then we're gonna round this one up. That's 662. This is 470, and this is 662. So 7, for 95.16 minus 10 minus 470 minus 662 leaves me with an extra payment. I should have $67.84 left. So after all of my expenses, there should be about $70 left, which I will put all towards debt at the end. I am waiting to see if my Etsy comes back online, because I know I got paid for a few items on there. It's not a lot, but every little bit counts. Again, still waiting on some extra payments from taxes and everything. And another thing that has come up in the comments is why my husband isn't helping me with this. I do make more than my husband, and my husband helps out in a lot of other areas. So he does pay half the phone bill. He does have his own car debt to pay off. He has his own insurance. Whereas I have my own insurance. We're waiting until I think April, when his insurance is up and his is going to be added to mine, and then we'll split that cost the same way we split the phone bill. Right now we are in the middle of trying to condense all of our expenses. So he pays for all of our subscriptions. So I canceled Crunchyroll because he was also paying for another site to watch anime on. And then I canceled my Kindle and Audible subscriptions for now, because he doesn't use those, so of course I would pay for those. But then he also pays our rent. I don't pay the rent. He also pays our utilities. So the internet. He does help out with like the household expenses, like cleaners, toilet paper, etc. But since I'm doing the diet mentor, because losing weight this year is very important to me and my health, our grocery bills are completely separate because I can't eat a lot of the things that he likes to eat. So all of those expenses are separate. And then my husband also pays for my health insurance. He pays that out of pocket. Well, part of his check. He pays for the family plan, so I don't give him money towards that. We've been together for 10 years, and we like to keep our expenses separate. A lot of my debt is from pre-us being married, so I don't feel like that should be his responsibility to pay off my debt that I accumulated before we were even together. The same goes for him. He was also paying off student loans. So we actually canceled our wedding. He was going to pay for the wedding. He had saved up for it, and we canceled the wedding like 3 times during COVID. I was just tired of sending out save the dates. After a while, I just had like planning fatigue. I'm like, I just didn't want to deal with planning any of it anymore. And I'm just like, you know what, cancel it. I told him to use all the money to pay off all of his student loans. So he did pay off all of his student loans in one lump. And we just went to the courthouse and got married. Our parents paid for a dinner for just the 10 of us because, you know, during COVID, a lot of restaurants only allowed like 10 people to dine together. So that's what we did. And then we went back to our house. My husband's parents' house. And we had a bonfire and like snacks and stuff in the backyard, and had like a cornhole tournament. And it was honestly, it made me so happy. Like, I didn't have to worry about, you know, are we gonna have chicken or fish, or, you know, the seating arrangements, or who needs to be invited, who doesn't need to be invited, and all of that. And honestly, it was just a big stress relief, and I'm glad that we didn't spend the money on it, because now my husband doesn't have student loans, and he also was able to pay off a chunk of his car. So he's currently working on his savings because that's our emergency fund. So if something happens, then he's got it covered. He also we moved in the middle of COVID, so he paid for all of the furniture for our new house. So I mean, the way that we do it works for us, and we're happy with it. We like having our own expenses, and just sharing the account for the things that we do share and what we agree to share. And it works for us, and we're happy doing it that way. So I mean, that doesn't work for everyone. A lot of people are like, oh, you're married, so everything should be together, everything should be shared. But we've never been like that, and we don't plan on starting to do that. If hopefully that answers some questions that you guys have had, and hopefully this paycheck's a little bit higher than anticipated, and I can put a bit more money towards my bills my debts this month. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for hopefully Friday's video where I can get my paycheck and we can do some cash stuffing. All right, bye.